What is cooperative learning? Cooperative learning is an approach to organizing classroom activities into academic and social learning experiences. Students must work in groups to complete tasks collectively. Unlike individual learning, students learning cooperatively capitalize on one another's resources and skills. Furthermore, the teacher's role changes from giving information to facilitating students' learning. Everyone succeeds when the group succeeds. Theoretical background of cooperative learning. Cooperative learning's roots go back to the early Greek. Philosophers and psychologists in the 1930s and 40s, such as John Dewey, influenced the cooperative learning theory practiced today. As a concept for the first time, it is mentioned in the book of Dewey's Democracy and Society. Dewey believed it was important that students develop knowledge and social skills that could be used outside of the classroom and in the democratic society. This theory portrayed students as active recipients of knowledge by discussing information and answers in groups, engaging in the learning process together rather than being passive receivers of information. Why do we use cooperative learning? Research has shown that cooperative learning techniques promote student learning and academic achievements, increase student retention, enhance student satisfaction with their learning experiences, help students develop skills in oral communication, develop students' social skills, promote student self-esteem, and finally help to promote positive race relations. There are 5 different types of cooperative learning. Jigsaw model. This model is developed by Aronson. Students are assigned to 6-member teams to work on academic material that has been broken down into. In its simplest form, the jigsaw instructional strategy is when each student receives a portion of the materials to be introduced. Students leave their home groups and meet in expert groups. Expert groups discuss the material and brainstorm ways in which to present their understandings to the other members of the home group. The experts return to their home groups to teach their portion of the materials and to learn from the other members of their home group. Student Team Achievement Divisions Model. This model is developed by Slavin. Students are assigned to 4-member learning teams that are mixed in performance level, gender, and ethnicity. The teacher presents a lesson and then students work within their teams to make sure that all team members have mastered the lesson. Finally, all students take individual quizzes on the material, at which time they may not help one another. This model is most appropriate for teaching well-defined objectives with single right answers. Number Tags Together Model. This model is developed by Spencer Carron. Number Tags Together holds each student accountable for learning the material. Students are placed in groups and each person is given a number. Teacher poses a question and students put their heads together to figure out the answer. The teacher calls a specific number to respond as spokesperson for the group. By having students work together in a group, this strategy ensures that each member knows the answer to problems or questions asked by the teacher. Because no one knows which number will be called, all team members must be prepared. Think, Pair, Share model. This model is developed by Frank Lehman. Involves a three-step cooperative structure. During the first step, individuals think silently about a question posed by the instructor. Individuals pair up during the second step and exchange thoughts. In the third step, the pairs share their responses with other pairs, other teams, or the entire groups. Group investigation model. This model is developed by Harvard Pilot. In group investigations, students collaborate to produce a group product for presentation. This is an open-ended investigation, which students may help determine the focus of their investigation. The activity is structured to emphasize higher-order thinking skills. Slevin separated this model in 6 steps. Students are assigned or decide on the topic for investigation. Students divide the investigation into smaller parts. Each student is responsible for researching one of the subtopics. Students come together as a group and share their information. Students synthesize information to produce an end product. Each group member participates in the class presentation. How to plan effective cooperative learning lessons. Firstly, teacher clarifies goals and objectives. Secondly, teacher provides a hook and introductory information. Thirdly, organize student teams with clearly defined roles. Next, teacher assesses student knowledge throughout the process and team presentations. Finally, teacher recognizes both group and individual efforts such as active participation and taking responsibility for learning. Teacher makes 3 different seating arrangements for cooperative learning lessons. These are 6 cluster seating arrangements, 4 cluster seating arrangements, and swing seating arrangements.